The day my child taught me a lesson. It was a Saturday morning and Keoma was already tired. The house looked like a storm had passed through it. Toys were scattered on the floor, crayons on the table, and someone had drawn something that looked like a lion on the wall. "Emeka," she shouted from the kitchen. Her 7-year-old son slowly appeared from the sitting room, holding a toy car behind his back. "Yes, Mummy?" "Who drew on the wall?" Emeka looked at the wall, then at his mother. "I did." Keoma placed her hands on her waist. "Why would you do that? Do you know how hard I work to keep this house clean?" Emeka looked down quietly. "Sorry, Mummy." But Keoma was already upset. Work had been stressful all week. Bills were piling up, and the last thing she needed was crayon art on her wall. "Go and bring a cloth and clean it now," she said sharply. The boy quickly ran to the kitchen, grabbed a small cloth, and started rubbing the wall. But the crayon wasn't coming off. He kept scrubbing and scrubbing. Soon, tears began to gather in his eyes. Keoma watched him for a moment from across the room. Something about the way he was trying so hard made her sigh. "Leave it," she said finally. "I will clean it later." Emeka stopped and looked at her. "Are you still angry?" Keoma folded her arms. "Of course I'm angry." The boy stood there quietly for a few seconds, thinking. Then he walked toward her slowly. "Mummy, can I show you something?" She was still annoyed, but she nodded. Emeka walked back to the wall and pointed at the drawing. "Mummy, this is you." Keoma frowned. "Me?" "Yes," he pointed again. "This big circle is your head, and this one is me beside you." Then he smiled proudly. "And we are holding hands." Keoma stared at the drawing again. Suddenly, it didn't look like random scribbles anymore. It was a big stick figure, and a smaller one beside it. Their hands were connected. Her chest tightened. "Why did you draw this?" she asked softly. Emeka shrugged. "Because yesterday you came home late again, and I missed you." The room went quiet. He continued innocently. "So I wanted to draw us together, so even if you go to work, we're still together." Keoma felt something break inside her. All the anger she had been holding suddenly disappeared. Here she was, shouting about a wall, while her little boy was just trying to keep her close. In the only way he knew how, she slowly knelt down and pulled him into a hug. "I'm sorry," she whispered. Emeka blinked in surprise. "For what?" "For shouting at you." He hugged her tighter. "It's okay, Mummy." Keoma looked again at the messy drawing on the wall. For the first time, she smiled. "Don't worry," she said gently. "This one, we're not cleaning. It..." Emeka's face lit up. "Really?" "Yes," she said, touching his cheek. "Because today, my little boy reminded me of something very important." "What is it?" he asked. Keoma kissed his forehead. "That sometimes children don't just learn from us." She smiled warmly. "Sometimes we learn from them too,